What's up, Ben? What's going on, brother? What's going on, man? I'm telling you, I'm slowly feeling a little bit better. Yeah, no, it has. Um, how have you been, man? What have you been doing? Um, tell me how you've been doing, and I'll tell you how I'm doing. I always talk. I want to hear how you've been. How's the girlfriend and kids and or wife? Is everything good? By the way, real quick, how's the music level? You always give me an honest opinion. Is the music level good or could it be higher? What are we looking at now? That a little better? Okay. Damn. Had it on low the whole time. I see. I put it. I've had it at. I used to have it at this level, and then I was playing like right now I'm playing instrumentals, but I was playing some of my DJ stuff. Actually, you know what, dude? I thought about something. So I found I I have my hard drives for DJing, and I have all this music on three different hard drives, and I have them all backed up. So I have, well, actually four hard drives. So I have eight hard drives. I have, um, basically like it's like 10, 11 terabytes across four hard drives, and then I have all those backed up. Now you remember I used to DJ, and I don't know if you ever were in a stream when I was playing some music that was like remixes, different mashups. But I came across some hard drives when I cleaned out on my vacation. I came across hard drives that I haven't seen in a long time. These weren't ones that had necessarily my music on there, but they had some music, some movies, some random photos. What do you guys think? I Dude, that would be so cool. Now I know I would get copyright strike for the stream, but I don't really give a shit because it, it don't matter. Or get taken down or muted or whatever. It won't get copyright strike, but it would get muted. What do you think? Do you think it'd be cool, kind of reminiscing, listening to some music, but seeing some really old photos of me? If you think that's boring, we won't do it. But like some of the music I have is like some really good, like the music I have. I don't know if you're familiar with like remixes or mashups. That what Let me see, hold up. So the problem I run into. So when I get a hard drive, I format my hard drive for Mac only. And I do that because I use my Mac for music. And when you format a hard drive, you can format it for Windows only, Mac only, or both. And you can also format it so, like, for instance, it can be read on a PC, but you can't edit it on a PC. So, like, for instance, if you plug it in your PC, all you can do is like pull up the photos or the music. But if you want to change anything, you got to hook it up to a Mac. I don't know if you know. So I before I got a Mac, I actually had a PC. But at the time, I don't even think I had hard drives. So I say that, so I'm gonna try to plug, because I plugged them into my Mac and they work fine. So I'm hoping that if I plug them into my PC, because if they don't work on my PC, then I'm gonna have to stream from my Mac, but I don't want to do that. Because if I stream from my Mac, that means it'd have to be wireless. Well, yeah, it'd have to be wireless. Because I don't have a capture card, and well, I do, but it's an old capture card. Let me see. These photos, just to give you an idea, this music is from, the music and photos will be from like 2007 to 2012. Actually, before that. Probably 2007 to 2009. So you're literally going to see me in a way that nobody's ever seen me before. Now, let me see. All right. This is crazy, dude. Ah. All right, hold up. Let's see. Oh, shit. Oh boy. I'm so nervous because this is, let me see, the moment of truth. Drum roll, please. All right. Just to let you know, nobody has seen these photos in at least a decade. Longer than that. I started my new medicine a couple weeks ago. And I'm feeling kind of good. I won't know if it's working until about another week. Because you know when you first start taking something, your body's in shock. You know, it's just like anything. So, and you have that placebo effect. Like, hey, I'm taking something new. Maybe it's working. But, you know, after about a few weeks, then you'll really know if it's working. You know? Because you're not going to feel it. You know what I'm saying? You're just going to notice in your behaviors if the medicine's working. All right. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh, hold up, hold up. Oh shit. All right, here. I'm gonna put it on main screen. Just to give you an idea too, I don't think I ever plugged in an external hard drive in this PC ever. I've just never done it. Except for, I bought one about a year and a half ago to back up the PC. But outside of that, I don't think I've ever really plugged in an external hard drive. Just because if I ever wanted to see anything on an external, I'd just plug it into my Mac. All right, so let's see. Oh my God. Okay. Now, I'm doing this because there might be some not safe for work photos. Oh my God. But I'm going to show them to you all. Show everybody who wants to see it. This is going to be very, very interesting. You know what? Screw it. If a not safe for work photo comes on, screw it. What's the worst that can happen? Nope. Ah! Why do I have... Okay, that wasn't that good. Those are dirty websites. Why do I have dirty websites saved on a... Alright. Here we go. Ah. Oh, stop it. Don't rewind the stream. That's right. You had it right. He was running. She was running to catch my stream because it was about to end. So she was making a smart move. Alright. So, okay. So these right here, just so you guys know, I used to download torrents, and yeah, so I used to download torrents, and these are torrent files, shortcuts. But don't worry, it's going to get a lot more interesting. Okay. Oh my God, Jesus! I was a dirty man, dude. I'm sorry. All right. Well. Okay. Here we go. I'm sorry, guys. I really am. Alright, so here's some photos. What the... Now, mind you, this was... Alright, so this right here... God damn, dude, that was so long ago. Just to give you an idea, this was in 2007. Yeah. Dude, this is like, it's been so long since... It's right, man. Holy shit. This is two guys. So this is a football game at the University of South Carolina. And these are two guys that were dressed as refs, I believe. I don't even think they were. Yeah, they weren't refs. And this was me. Man, this is so crazy, dude. This is like reminiscent so much. And then... No. The black guy? Shut up, man. You know, I'm a black guy. I was a black guy in my past life. I'm not in a referee uniform. Stop it. These are some... Like, these photos... Man... Some of this stuff... I was an idiot back when when I used to like save stuff and like, oh, oops. I got more, don't worry. Dude, I don't even know. Holy shit, dude. That was, I think that was like, I don't remember when that was. I think that was when I was in college, maybe. Now, I like that photo. It's a good photo right there. A cat DJing. Stop it. I was a handsome ass dude. This was some old mixes I have. This was a guy who was putting together a mix that I wanted. Wait, was this my mix? Was this me? Oh, this was me trying to mix on a software on my PC. Back when I had a Sony Vaio. Anyways. Oh my god. I'm gonna show these to you just because I promise I'll show you everything. Nothing's off limits. So this was me. Yeah, I was a weird dude. That was me. That's not me. Okay. We got more, don't worry. I got so much random stuff on here. Hold on. I'm not gonna not show you guys anything. Like, you guys will see everything, I promise. Here we go. So this was my grandma's home. I believe my uncle painted that fence. Mind you, this was a while ago. This was back in like 2010, 11. That's my grandmother. Love you, Grandma. She has squirrels that come to her porch. Kitty on the fence. See, this is the type of living I used to do. This is what I used to have to deal with up in Michigan. I do not miss it. That's a good picture. (2007 to 2009), maybe 10. This is my uncle and his wife. Uncle Lawrence. You're exactly right. I was thinking the same thing, especially with those close-up. So my grandmother, you know, around 2009, 2008, 2010, you know, people started using their cameras for stuff. I mean, their phones for cameras. She never jumped on that bandwagon. She's always had one of those digital cameras. You know, those ones with the screen and everything. And, yeah. Right? I never realized how good. Maybe she did that on purpose because she knew they would be better. She's not really a phone person. I mean, she has a cell phone, but she doesn't like use it the way most people would use it. These are my brothers. Holy shit, dude. It's been a long time since I've seen my brothers. I talked to them though. This is my brother Eric. This is my brother Joey. They're my stepbrothers. Or half brothers. We have the same dad. That was a long time ago. My brother. Cat. So, my uncle had this disease, or this, I don't know what you would call it. He had it where his fingers, his hands would curl up like this. So his hands would look like this. And all my uncles, all my dad's brothers have it. My dad didn't get it. So the guy you saw shoveling snow, he has it. My Uncle Mike, you'll see him. Okay, maybe not. And see, at the time, oh boy. Okay, here we go. I want to show you guys some. Hold on. Okay, hold up. I just looked at this and there were a lot more photos. I apologize, but there were a lot. Oh, wait. There were a lot more photos. Hold on, I gotta find out where they. A lot of this stuff is very disorganized. I literally would just throw it in there. Okay. Okay. Promise you I'm not keeping nothing from you guys. I'm trying to find out where all my photos are. Like, I had a ton of photos that I was looking at the other day. Oh my god, why don't I... Okay, hold on. See, I'm gonna show you guys. See, I got all these subfolders. And so like some of these folders have stuff in there that they're not labeled. You know, like when I was putting stuff in here, I was just kind of dumping it on the hard drive. Like I don't even know what this came from. See, this is 2009. Come on, man. Okay, why didn't all those photos come up? No, that's my brother. That's my uncle right there. God, I had a ton of photos. Hold on, dude. Rest in peace to my uncle. I had some really old party photos that I don't know where they went. Let me see something. Oh, no problem. What's up, Mike? Mike, I plugged in a hard drive that I haven't, that I looked at a little bit for the first time in like 13 years, 14 years. And I wanted to share it with you guys, but it's like, so here's the hard drive. So it has a bunch of random shit in it, like a lot of like, I think this was back when I had a Sony Vaio. Oh, here we go. 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 I found it. So it was in... Okay. Yeah, it was in this folder. Why ever it's labeled 1, I have no idea. Okay. Here's the good stuff. You guys are gonna like this. This is the good stuff. Alright. So I'm gonna show you guys everything. Even if I'm embarrassed about it, I'm showing it to you guys because that's just the way it is. Here we go. Okay, these... So for whatever reason, I saved programs. I don't know why I did that. Like I think it must be a cloud type save. Mind you, this is in 2009. So for whatever reason, it saved programs. I don't know why I would do that. Like, you see the label, the name of these? Like, it's nothing. Alright. But here comes the good stuff. Here comes the good stuff. I promise you it's good stuff. The most random shit. This is the type of stuff. This is how I labeled my folders back in 2009. The most random shit. Alright. So here we go. That's right. Oh shit. Alright. So this is back when I had my Fapony 9000. Back when my keyboard used to get sticky on a regular basis. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Alright. So, I'm going to tell you the stories that I remember about this stuff. Okay, so I don't remember this person. I don't remember. I remember the girl a little bit. I think her name was Sarah. Black guy, I don't remember. I was probably jealous of his extra 6 inches, but other than that, I don't know his name. This dude, don't know who he is. Okay, so I don't know what's going on here. Putting money on a dude's ass crack. Yep, probably did cocaine before that night. Or prior to that. And she's got money in her mouth. And this guy is... I don't know what the fuck he's doing. What the fuck is going on? This is the type of stuff I used to do? Man. I'm embarrassed. Alright, that dude's definitely gay. I don't wear... I know this ain't me because I would never wear a shirt with a pot leaf on it. Probably saw a boner in the sky and wanted to take a picture. Not my bike. Not my girl. I recall them, but I don't remember their name. Okay, that dude looks like a meme. I can't believe I used to take all these photos. I don't even know what bar this is at. Save changes. Don't know who that is. It's at a concert. I don't know how I got all these photos. Definitely not me. That guy looks like a gangbanger. See? Old school phone right here. Holy shit, who the fuck is that? Scared the shit out of me. Alright, not me. Holy shit, dude, that picture... 18 years old. This picture is 17 years old. But that's not me. I don't know why she sent me all these photos. That's definitely not me. Definitely not me. Alright. Now these are probably going to be inappropriate, but whatever. Okay, so I'm saving some thumbnails. Okay, I don't even know what this is. Looks like a picture of a plane, on a plane maybe. Okay. Mind you, this was back in like 2007, 2008, so some of the memes I used to, like, this is the type of stuff I used to find funny. Like the McDonald's purple guy saying purple drink on my grip and sip. Yeah, this is, I know it's not funny, but Grimace. I have no idea what to say, so here's a cookie stealing bunny. Okay, see, this stuff was stupid when I don't know what. Touch my tummy. I remember that picture. See, I used to find this stuff funny, but I mean, now it's kind of cringe. Like, see, like, stuff like this. Kind of stupid. Like, this is a toilet paper roll saying, haha, you're fucked now, and there's no toilet paper on it. I love you. See, this stuff's really cheesy, I know. I don't know what the fuck that is. But it's probably my ex. See, this stuff, man, I'm kind of embarrassed. Like, don't fart, please. Do not want Dutch oven. I was a weird person back in 2008, 2009. Have you ever wondered if your mom kissed you goodnight after giving your dad a blowjob? You are now. I mean, I know it's stupid, but if I'm going to show you the good stuff, I'm going to show you all the cringe-worthy stuff, too. Sad panda. Party like your vagina's on fire. Like, see, stuff like this was so stupid. What is that, a monkey? Okay, I hope this isn't inappropriate, but oh my god! See? Thank God it's on mute. See? Fuck, man. Alright. Thank God I ain't got no viewers to report me. See? There is a benefit. So this is me. So let me tell you about this. So, those girls I don't remember. Not like that, though. This guy graduated 2-3 years ahead of me. The guy with the tattoos. He graduated. Now, do you guys know, did I share with you guys my high school life? Mike, I think I told you, right? Have I told you about that? That I didn't go to a traditional high school? Did I share that with you guys? Because I'm going to share this with you, because this is something that I haven't shared with anybody my entire life, except from outside of my family, maybe 3 people know. Actually, probably less than that. But I didn't go to a regular high school. To put it bluntly, I was in a juvenile home. Juvenile jail, juvenile prison, whatever you want to say. From 9th grade until 12th grade. It just ended up like that. But it was the year after I would have graduated. So basically, from 2001 Labor Day to July of 2005. So one of these days I'll share with you a little bit more about that. But I didn't go to a regular high school. I didn't have a prom. I had a homecoming. But after that, yeah. One of these times I'll share with you guys details about that. Nothing bad happened to me there, but from 2001 to 2005, I was basically locked up. That's to put it bluntly. So from 16 to, actually before I turned 16, so 15 to right before I turned 19. But this guy right here, I knew from junior high. He was 2 or 3 years ahead of me. So he graduated and he went to the military. And I got out where I was, and I was going to college, and I don't know how we reconnected because we really weren't good friends, but I went to school at Central Michigan University. And I don't know what exactly happened, but he didn't want to go to school, he wanted to go to school, but he kind of wanted some place to live, and I needed a roommate. And his name's Jason, and I was like, yeah, come live with me, you know. I went to school, and he kind of did his thing, and he worked, and it was fun. And so that's how this guy came about. So he was a good buddy of mine. We didn't really know each other in school. We knew of each other. I knew his younger brother. But when I went to school, we did a lot of stuff together. And so, yeah. And then I ended up moving away, and yeah. Man, that's totally like memories unlocked, man. All right. Now I'm telling you. Okay, I don't think it's really bad. Okay. So this, at the time, this moment. Let's see. At the time, I was. Let's see. This is 2000. So I was probably 22, 23. She's like mid-30s. This is her friend. She had like 2-3 kids. She was hot, man. I really liked this girl, but I was so stupid, man. I think I was too young. You know, she was older. She'd been divorced. And this is at a thing. You might know this, Mike. It's called Bud Bash. It's the thing in Houghton Lake, Michigan. You probably don't remember. You may or may not. But it's a huge like party on the lake. A lot of people go, especially people who are like who live in Michigan, but also people who live in nearby states. And it's just a big ass. If you look it up, it's like this big ass party on a lake, and all these boats come, and they got bars, and there's like one main bar. And, but yeah, so that's what this is. So yeah, that's me. See, I remember I really liked this woman, man. At the time, I was only 20. Let's see, not even 24. So yeah. And mind you, I didn't smoke weed at the time. I never was a weed smoker, so I obviously was probably drunk here. But my buddy Jason, because he was in the military, so he was used to partying and drinking and smoking. Yeah. Well, this is. So, that's not me. Oops. Well. Yeah. My friend, it's like it's like Russian roulette. Like when I hit the next button, I don't know what's gonna pop up. Oh, that's a good photo. Hey, that's a good photo. This is me, man. God, that was. Sorry, guys. I just get emotional because it was so long ago. Holy shit. The memories, man. I haven't reminisced about this stuff in a long time. And I appreciate you guys hanging out with me while I'm doing this, because this means a lot to me. But that's me. So you guys may not know this, but what you would do is girl would flash you, and you'd give her beads, kind of like what they do during Mardi Gras in New Orleans. So that's what the deal with the beads are. Yeah, this girl, like, another girl sucking jello off her stomach, yeah. See, shit like this doesn't happen nowadays, man. And I hate sounding like that guy, but I don't think I've ever seen an event like this in the last 10 years. Just because, I hate saying it, but people on their phone all the time. And it's just like, I don't ever think this would ever happen again. You know, just the way people are. What's crazy is when you look at this, a lot of these people are older. Like there's not a lot of young people. And the main reason for that is these are people's boats. You know, most young people don't own a pontoon or a boat. So, but now that I think about it, it's kind of odd that it's a lot of older people, you know? Because it's basically a party on the beach. You would think, you know, younger people would flock to this, but a lot of these people are kind of somewhat older, you know? Kind of weird to think about. That is... I don't know who that is. Right? I agree. You want to know something that's crazy? It wasn't very long ago, like a year ago, that Steam came out. There was a game on Steam called Squirrel with a Gun. Now, I just think it's hilarious. Now, this obviously wasn't the inspiration behind it, but there's a game called Squirrel with a Gun. And this picture, I guarantee you, I was from 2007, 2008. So I think that's really crazy to think about. Yeah. It's a dumb photo, but I think it's kind of cool when you think about it. Like, oh, man. 15, 16, 17 years later, there's an actual game called Squirrel with a Gun. I don't know who these people are. I don't mean that in a disrespectful way. They do look familiar, though. If they they look more familiar if they weren't wearing any clothes, but I don't know if we have that. I'm just kidding. So this, I don't know who this is. I don't, like some of these photos, I don't know how they got on here because this, I know this wasn't a photo I took. This, oh my God, man, this is, so this girl right here, this girl was obsessed with me and I ended up cheating on her. Now at the time, I was an idiot, man. I was just so stupid. Like, I didn't care about anything. Like, I was a really, really selfish person, man. And, she was awesome, man. Alyssa Robinson. She would literally come over. At the time, I was living with my grandmother. And, she would come over, and it was just so weird to think about how long ago it was. Because at the time, I don't even think I had my BlackBerry. I think I just had a regular flip phone, and just like, it's just crazy to think when you look back, when you think back about like what you used to do for your free time back then, you know? It's just weird. Like how you used to be entertained doing things that like now would seem so boring, you know? It's weird to think about. These are some, man. This thing right here was my very, very first DJ setup. And so the way it worked is, this was like basically a toy. But I did so many parties with this thing. But the iPod would go here, and then the songs would show up here. It was a pretty cool thing. I wish I had a picture of the big ass speakers I had too. I had some huge speakers. I don't know who that is. So, I had some pictures taken of me. Kind of like that photo, man. This is probably one of my favorite photos right here. This was back when I shaved every other month. Ah, man. Crazy to think, man. Before I got really bad into partying and drugs, like, you know. Oh. Wow, that's from September 17th, 2007. All right. So this was a party I went to when I went to school at the University of South Carolina. I have literally never showed anybody these pictures. This is my mom and her ex. He ended up, I forgot his name, but he ended up passing. Let me see. These are just really short videos. They're nothing but photos. So this guy was in the military too, and I met him in South Carolina. And damn, so long ago. This is when I was staying in a hotel. Forgot why I was staying in a hotel. I think I was staying in a hotel, right? Yeah. Or was it somebody else's hotel? Maybe it was his hotel. Alright, here we go. Holy shit. Go. So that's somebody taking a picture of me, which is really weird. It's me. God. This is before I was doing drugs, though, so I don't know what the hell happened there. Why am I all red? This was the sweetest girl, man. I met her in college, and at the time I was a horny person, man. And she was a virgin, and she wanted to be a virgin until she got married. And again, at the time I was such a selfish piece of shit that she was all about me, man. This woman, dude, she always wanted to spend time with me, dude. She was so cool. And yeah, her name was Caitlin, man. She was just a really awesome person. God, man, she was so sweet, man. What up, Raise It? Hey, I'm showing some old school photos. Hey, how's your leg doing, brother? I just want to say thank you for joining the stream, and thank you for joining the community, and I'm thinking about you. So these are some old school photos of me that I haven't shared with anybody. And when I mean old school, like circa 2007, 2008. And this was me back in the day. Well, keep us posted, brother. How'd you break it? What'd you do? Stick your foot up someone's ass? Oh, okay, that's understandable. So you ride? Are you a motorcycle guy? You always bike? Is that kind of like your deal, or do you also like have a traditional car, or do you always ride? And I know I work with people who, yeah, I work with people who drive like. I work with somebody who drives one of those, what do you call those? It's got the two wheels in the back. Looks like a mini, not a Batmobile, but a slingshot. I work with a guy who drives one of those, and I work with a couple guys who drive some really nice bikes, like a Hayabusa. Did I say that right? It's a nice ass motorcycle, man. I think it's called a Hayabusa. This one has. Okay, maybe it is in the front then. I don't know why I was thinking two wheels in the back, one wheel in the front, but maybe it's two wheels in the front. But a Hayabusa, Mike, I know I'm saying that wrong, but it's a nice motorcycle, man. Yeah. I think the supervisor drives that, but it's really nice. This is my grandma. I love my grandma to death. I haven't shared these photos with a lot of people, but I'm not somebody who, would hurt anybody or kill anybody, but there is a circumstance where that won't be the case. And if my grandmother is somebody, if she told me to go kill somebody, I'd probably do it. She is literally the reason I have everything in my apartment. She's the reason I was able to overcome so much in my life, man. And when I think back about it, there was times when I was really a selfish piece of shit, man. And I love her to death, man. There were so many times when I was just so selfish and so. She stood by my side, man. When my dad and stepmom just want to understand. Even though my dad supported me, like she helped me with things that only she would like. If I tried to share them with other family members, they'd be like, "Well, why don't you just do this, do this?" She always helped me out, man. And she's still alive, and I love her to death, man. It's my mom. Don't have the best relationship with my mom now. Working on getting it better. I've been open how I got into drugs and drinking and partying, and I went down that path for a few years. My mom also was addicted to uh, the painkillers, and she's now better. But when I was 9, she gave me up to go live with my dad, and she always felt bad about that. And I told her, don't feel bad about that. And she was always kind of felt sour because I always had a better relationship with her mom, my grandma, the one I just showed you a picture of. And I'm trying to improve my relationship with my mom on that front. I love my mom to death, man. I love you, Mom. I forgot his name. I don't know why it's not coming to me. But that was the guy. My mom was married. What? Yeah. You're right. The other day, so she lives by my grandma. My grandma's getting older. And one of the things that I did the other day is, because I don't talk to her that much, I just have a better relationship with my grandma. But I'm trying to talk more and more to my mom. And a lot of times my anxiety and depression, it's like I like keeping in touch with my family, but I don't like having long conversations, but I do care about them. And my mom was over at my grandma's, and my grandma said, hey, I wanted to surprise her. And my mom said, oh, she likes pizza, and told me what she likes on her pizza. And I called the local pizza place because they're 2,000 miles away from me. They're in Michigan. I'm in Florida. And I like, small things. Like I ordered my mom a pizza, and it was like, it was like $30 or whatever. And she sent me a message and was so happy about it. And that made me feel so good. Like, I don't know. I just think about that stuff, man. Like, I love my family, though. Like, even when I was dating a girl that I'm no longer with, this is how bad my anxiety was. Like, I just wanted to be alone, but I love them. So what I would do is I'd give her money for her and her son to go hang out. And I just wanted them to know that I loved them and cared about them. And it worked for a little bit, but then we had our differences, and we're still kind of talking, but we're not together. But that's kind of how bad my anxiety and stuff is. Like I just always wanted to be alone, but I love having people in my life. You know what I'm saying? Like knowing that people are in my life, my food tastes better, I sleep better, everything in my life is better. Just hearing somebody say, hey, we're here for you. Like everything in life, I feel better, I feel happier. Yeah. Right? My mom. She's a lot different now. She's a little older. I love you, Mom. This is me. An embarrassing photo. I hate photos. I don't know who that woman is. See, folks, this is the type of person I used to be. I used to think this was cool. My fake Oakleys, a white DC hat, which I would love to know where that's at. It's probably gone somewhere. And I was a stick boy like I am now. Exactly. As bad as you can get. No, you're right. I was a douche, man. No. Yo, look, brother. You cannot offend me by whatever you say. You can come into the chat and say I'm a piece of shit and I'm a fuckboy. Dude, I will not ban you. I will not block you. I will not mute you. The only people who's ever been muted or blocked from the entire community are people who are like selling followers. And even then, they don't even really get blocked all the time unless Mike is here. This community is say and do whatever you want, man. And that's just the way it's always been. And one of the main reasons it's like that is because I know that there's a reason it's like that. The reason it's like that is because I feel like you should be able to just say whatever you want, man. And I'd be a hypocrite to say, whoa, you don't like me, I'm going to block you. That's hogwash. It's like that because I know... The reason it's like that is because I know there's times when people are struggling so bad, they go to a community and they're struggling and they're having a hard time. Not everybody can hold it together, you know? People forget about that. Not everybody can be professional and be like, well, you know what, I'm feeling bad. No, some people are really hurting and they, you know. It's like if somebody came in the chat and started just saying, hey, fuck boy, shut the fuck up. You know? Now, he could be trolling. But he could be just struggling, having a hard time. Now, if he gets muted or banned, that's not going to make him feel better. It'll probably make him feel worse. So that's why it's like that. Well, I don't want to. I vowed when I started this, I vowed to be different than every other community. And now, granted, I don't have a big community, but I'm different than every other community. You know, I got like one mod, but it's not even, I mean, he's like a friend. He is a friend. More than a friend, and so it's not even like a real mod, you know? And I do that because I just feel like people should have a place to come to where they don't got to worry about stuff, you know? Kind of like going to a party. You know, most of these streams is like going to a party and people are telling you what you can drink. Who wants to do that? Who wants to go to a party and be told where they can sit, what they can do, how they can stand? Come on. Now, I will say this. Really, the only thing that I don't like is anything that would get my channel banned. So like hate speech or anything like that. But honestly, if that didn't do anything, I wouldn't. I mean, just because I allow it doesn't mean I condone it. It just means that sometimes people need a place to be, you know. They want a place where they feel comfortable and they don't have to worry about the rules. I mean, dude, you know, when someone spends their time in a stream, who wants to worry about what they're saying. You should not have to think twice about what you're typing in a stream. Even if it's like one of those subjective things that like somebody's gonna like possibly take offense. I don't know, man. I just don't like that, man. Because I know sometimes people, you know, they'll be in a stream and then they'll type something and they'll delete it because they're worried what people will think. And no, you shouldn't feel like that, man. When you're spending your own time in somebody's stream, you just shouldn't, man. It's like I'll never forget one time I saw a streamer and he only had like 2 viewers. And he had like a list of rules. He must have had like 25 rules. And I thought to myself, you know, who the hell wants to come to this stream and have to read all this and have to refer to it before they send a message? You know, because it's like, don't do this, don't be sexist, don't be this, don't be that, don't say this, don't backseat drive or be backseat gaming, tell me what to do, you know? It's like something like that. Why is that even a rule? Who cares if someone tells you what to do in a game? I don't know, man. To me, it's just, I just look at it differently, man. But you ain't ever got to remember, you ain't ever gonna offend me, man. No matter what you do. this girl. I don't remember where I met this girl. That's fine. Now, the only thing that I will is if somebody comes in and starts harassing one of you guys, that's different. But I just don't, you know. And I'm not like that because I want to get more viewers. That's not why I do that. I like that because it's what I want. You know, I mean, on my stream it says hashtag mental health. I mean, there's a reason it's that. Because I started with that. And I've been in numerous streams and just, I say numerous, not numerous, but I've been in a few streams, even more Discords, where I got kicked out because I was struggling so bad that people thought either I was trolling or they thought that, you know, it's like, you know, every Discord says, oh, don't worry about that, brother. You hear what I just told you, man? Dude, it's not like that here, man. It's different than any other stream, man. Anything you think about any other stream, just throw that out the window. Now, it probably would be different if I streamed every day, but I don't. Probably would be different if I tried to make money through streaming, but I don't. Sometimes I go through and I play music that I DJ with, like remixes and mashups, because I used to DJ. I know my stream's going to get muted, but to me, it's fun at that moment. And so I don't care. I don't need it. It doesn't matter if it gets muted. Because I want to have fun at this moment in time, you know. That's why, like, literally, well, you weren't here, but I literally turn off all ads. Like, I literally have ads as low as it can go. The only way I would turn them up is if I actually had subs or viewers and I would actually start making any money. But, like, the ads are as low as they can go. And it's like that because it's just the trade-off, because this is me being social. I don't really get social like this outside of streaming or gaming. And so, just like I don't game when I'm not streaming. A lot of times that's a time commitment thing because I don't have a lot of extra time. But two, it's like, if I'm doing a game, I might as well stream because, I mean, I'm kind of leaving a possible interaction with people on the table, you know, if I don't do that. Now, granted, like I said, if I streamed more, it'd be different. Yeah, stream 3 hours a day and then maybe game for an hour by myself when I'm not streaming. But, again, I don't do that. But, you know, when you go to a Discord, almost every single Discord you go to, and you can probably vouch for this, do they all say they accept everybody? I mean, let's be real. Regardless if they're a mental health Discord, they all say we accept everybody, you know. I don't think I've ever seen a Discord say, hey, we only accept elite gamers. Or we only accept level 30 gamers. I know that's just a random number, but they all say they accept everybody, you know. You know, they never say, it'd be kind of interesting to see a Discord saying, hey, if you're not, you know, well, yeah. But they also say they accept everybody. You never see a Discord say, hey, if you're not, like a Call of Duty Discord, or not the official one, but like an offshoot one. Hey, if you're not prestige 5 times, you can't come in. You know, that sounds really shitty, but hey, you know, sometimes people don't want to be around newbies in a game. There's nothing wrong with that. But they all say don't be an asshole, but they all accept everybody. Just like you said, they all, you know, there's really no server that is gatekeeping people who suck at games, you know, or have not met a certain, you know, set of circumstances. You know, they just, everybody. Yeah. Though it'd be refreshing, even though I may not agree with it, it would be refreshing to see a Discord like that. But anyways, nonetheless, when somebody comes in there, you know, a lot of Discords, even if they're not a mental health Discord. Really? Actually, I think there is an Apex Legends one. I'll say that. I think there is an Apex Legends one that if you're not like a certain level in the multiplayer, You know, or I know there's one. My bad. Okay, so there is a couple. So there's one like if you're not a Twitch partner, can't get in. You know, stuff like that. YouTube partner. I know there's one for that for Reddit. You know, if you're not a YouTube partner, you can't join. Well, you can't comment on their Reddit. But, anyways, you know, regardless, mental health Discord, gaming Discord, movie Discord. You know, people talk about their problems, what they're struggling with. You know, and you get offshoot advice from people. People say, "Hey, do this, do that." You know, "Hey, hope you feel better. Hope you do this." You know. What people fail to realize is sometimes people are struggling so bad. What do you think about the people who are struggling so bad that, and I've been like this, where they're just kind of, they're just having a really hard time, but they want to interact with people, but they're struggling. And one of the things they're doing, say they're putting themselves down. You know, they're talking down on themselves. And I've been like this. And sometimes I fall into that trap still. And they go to a Discord and people either think they're trolling, but because they're acting so erratic, they either get muted, kicked out, banned, you know, told to be quiet. And do people not realize that sometimes people are struggling so bad, you're going to allow the people who can compose themselves. But what about the people who are really off the deep end? They're really struggling. What, you're gonna kick them out too? You're just gonna make them feel you're just gonna make them feel worse when you ban them or mute them. You know? And I get it. You're gonna say, "Hey, it's not our problem." Well, that's true. But why not do good and make it your problem? You know, it's like. And I say this because it's like for instance the Xbox Discord. There'll be, I don't know how many people are in that Discord, but there's a lot of people, but there's not a lot of talking in that Discord. And they got this guy who mods it. And if you go in there and say, "Hey guys," you say, "What do you think about Xbox coming to Steam or Steam coming to Xbox?" And somebody actually said this, and he said, "Hey, no leaks. You can't talk about leaks here, so you can't talk about anything that's not official," which I think is hilarious. I mean, it's the internet. It's a server. It's a community. Why can't we talk about something that might happen? And it's like there's no talking. This person sends this message in the general chat, and you'd rather have no talking than somebody talking about a possible leak. When I was doing research on my YouTube video, I mentioned that Microsoft came out with a streaming box, almost similar to like a Chromecast. And anyways, I mentioned that in the Discord, and the guy was like, you can't talk about stuff that's not official. Point is, you know, people are having a hard time. People are struggling. Not everybody can compose themselves in ways that looks professional. You know, not everybody can say, you know, "I'm struggling right now. I'm having a hard time." Yeah, some people can, but sometimes people, they can't do that. So you're just going to push them away? Just going to tell them to go on about their business and block them? But I don't know. I'm always willing to hear what people have to say about that. And again, you don't have to worry about, you know, offending really anybody, to be honest, because most people in this community are pretty chill. Like, we don't really get offended by stuff. But anyways, this, you know what this was? Dude, I think this was my 8th grade graduation. Yep. Yeah. See, it's like roulette here, because I don't know, because before you came to the stream, there was some not safe for work images. to say the least. And so I don't really know what's gonna I don't really know what's gonna end up happening. What's gonna pop up. My God, dude. I can't. Part of me, when I looked at this, that's what popped up. Some Bane Bros shit from like 2007. God, I know I was a douche and a clown back in 2007, man. But to me, this I thought I was cool back then, but no, I wasn't cool. This is me taking photos. I forgot why I was taking photos. I think at the time I wanted to become model, and I was taking photos, and I wanted to become model. I didn't have the skill set to become a model, but I thought if I took some photos on a porch that I didn't think it through. I just said, hey, Grandma, take some photos of me on a porch while I try to look good. So, not bad photos. See, even that person won't get banned. You know, because none of you guys are dumb enough to click that. And even if you are, you know. Hey, you want to know my thinking, my rationale behind that? Now tell me if you agree or disagree. Yes, that message is from a bot. But behind every bot, there's a person there. And regardless what you think of that person, there's a person who sees that. A real person. No, there's a person. That a bot didn't create that account. A person did. And a person had to program that message, right? You think it's all just a bot? So, you know. Oh, sure it is. You don't think it's monitored? Well, okay, I see what you're saying. It's monitored if people click on it. But you don't think that person looks at that? You don't think there's a real person actually looking at this message? And I know this is going to sound crazy. You're going to think I'm a maniac, but I try not to be a hypocrite, man. Because I never used to be a person who used to always make the best decisions. And so I try to at least leave room for understanding for any possibility that somebody, whatever they're doing, is struggling. Like, for instance, would you agree that the person who made that, whatever that is for best viewers or whatever, would you agree that that person's probably going through some issues? Well, I see how you're looking at it. But I also look at the fact that they're probably worse off than both me and you, you know? If they have resorted to doing that, now mind you, if my community was bigger, it would be a different ballgame. Okay? If I had more people who were susceptible to clicking on sort of things, it would be different. Well, that's true. But usually if you're cheating or stealing from other people, you're really not in a good spot mentally, right? Now, I'm not saying I'm looking to change the world, though. I wouldn't be a bad idea, but I try to just look at it from that point of view. Now don't get me wrong. Like I said, if I had more viewers or if I had more traffic, it'd probably be a different ballgame. Actually, more likely it would be a different ballgame because, like, for instance, if I had more viewers, people would probably report that and say he doesn't do anything. Like, someone told me that I hate speech, but I had a bunch of viewers. Someone could report it, and I could get my channel taken down. But because it doesn't get a lot of viewers, you know, I try to just Not just allow it to go, but just kind of like, hey, hey, they're not all. I mean, no, I know. And the thing is I've only been scammed a couple times, and it's always on Steam. And I got a message saying that someone sent me some money, and it was actually from a user who would probably send me like $20 because that's kind of what I do and what I've done. And yeah, no, I know. I I know exactly what you're saying. It's really bad with the. There's this guy on YouTube. I don't know if you ever heard of him. His name's Jim Browning. If you want to watch a guy who's awesome at doing the whole scamming thing and documenting it, all his videos get millions of views. Jim Browning. No, I'm not. But if you want, link it in a message or link it here, and I'll check it out. I watch a lot of YouTube, but I'm very like all over the place when I watch YouTube, because normally I watch it when I get home from work or when I'm eating at night or something like that. All right, these photos getting old. See, I don't know why I'm taking a picture next to the Jesus photo. No, but there's a couple guys that I know are popular. Like the one guy who pretends he's an old lady, I'm not a huge fan of. I mean, I agree with what he's doing, but it doesn't make me laugh. Like, I'm more of like an informative. Yeah, I love the informative stuff. I don't laugh at that sort of stuff. I love it when it's informative, when it's, oh, that's interesting. I don't really laugh. Like, if you tell a joke, if it doesn't have a good punchline, I'm not going to laugh. Even if you try to act like like you're streaming it or, And maybe that's just my personality. But I love informative stuff. Like, anything that's informative, that's like, wow. Like, Jim Browning, like, he goes into, like, I don't know how he does it, man, but he taps into their computers, into their webcams, and yeah, well, and then there's another guy, I don't know his name. I seen the title of the video, but he well, he has a couple there's a lot more than one, but where he'll not only expose them, but he'll delete their funds from their account and then show their reaction. I don't know how real that is. Or like where he's spending their money. Or like where he taps, I figure it is, or where he taps into their cameras and he calls them by name. Or like he's on the, like, now the Jim Browning one, I think that's real, but some of them they'll like, he'll be on a phone call with them, and then he'll call them by name, or he'll say, so what about your boss? And he'll say the boss's real name, which is some Indian name, or Middle East name, excuse me. My mom. I don't know who that is. I think it's my cousin's family. My grandma and my mom. It's my uncle and my grandma. I love my grandfather, man. This is my papa. I used to call him Papa. He was the man. He tanned a lot, and I love him. And rest in peace. He died back in 2000, I think it was 2008. But, sorry. It's the first time I've seen these photos in a long time. This guy right here. So let me tell you a story about this guy. Wait, was it this guy? So I think this is my cousin, Christina. This was her husband. So this guy was in perfect health. And I want to say literally all of a sudden, I don't know if it was at work or where, but somebody in perfect health, he ended up collapsing, having cardiac arrest, and dying. Craziest thing, like. And when I was told that, it's like, damn. I mean, anything can happen at any time. And this guy was in good health. I want to say it was either him or her next husband. She's one of those girls who was like, when she was 15, she was acting 20. She always acted mature for her age. And I think so this is that girl I just showed you. She has a sister named Cindy, and I think this is her son. So my other cousin. God, she was only 2 years ahead. I know, right? I think he's like 13 or 14 now. That must be her dad. I don't know who this person is. I don't know who these people are, but they're over at my house. This is a Bud Light jersey. So I don't know who these people are. I don't mean that in a bad way. I just don't remember. And no, I didn't sleep with them. See, I was very cringe. And you see what's on my belt buckle? Razzie, how old are you, brother? All questions are open on the floor for me. So if you have any questions about anything, where I'm from, where I live, age, whatever, you can ask. If for instance anything I ask you don't want to answer, that's cool. So you're 2 years younger than me. Two years younger than me. That's probably why you understand what I'm talking about. So you remember the chirp to talk, right? The Nextels, remember? Circa 2000. Actually, they were around 2000. They were around 2001, actually. 2000. My buddy had one, and I didn't. So, let me preface something. So, I didn't go to a regular high school. Now, I've only shared this with like 2 other people other than my family. But I didn't go to a regular high school. And I shared this with Mike. Mike's like, oh, God, he's saying it. But I just want to give you an idea of kind of my life. From 2001 to 2005, I was in a juvenile jail. I was not a good person. So basically, my whole high school life, I was in a juvenile jail. Juvenile boys home, however you want to say it. So I didn't get to experience regular high school. Now, I did make up for lost time. I'll say that much. So, but I didn't go to a regular high school, to say the least. I've never shared that with hardly any people outside my family. Like, not even, other than my ex and maybe a couple people, nobody knows that. Mainly because it never comes up in conversation anyways, but I say that because when you see some of these photos and some of the ways I'm acting, that might give you an idea of what's going on here. Because like this is in 2006 or 7, and yeah, and I look cringe because I probably didn't really know what was normal at the time. You know. What, the Malibu rum? Okay, so I was a huge Abercrombie guy. I love the clothes. It fit good. You could probably tell. But this is my grandma's basement. And from 2005 to 2009, when I wasn't in college, I stayed with my grandmother. And, yeah. This is like roulette hitting this Nets button. I'm afraid what's going to pop up. It's my mom. 44. So just to put this in perspective, my mom was born in 62. So this was in 2006. Damn near 18 years ago. Yeah. Well, I'm glad you know that. That's exactly what I look like, too. I don't know why, again, the blonde hair was... it's my uncle. This is my cousin. It's me, my grandfather, and my mom. My grandmother, my uncle. So this is me drinking with... I don't remember who these people are. And the reason I'm so tan at the time is I used to fake tan. So from like 2005 to 2007, I did the fake tan thing. I tried doing it like 3 years ago, and my whole leg started itching. I don't know what it was, but now I'm tan because of natural sunlight. But I tried doing the whole fake tan thing. And fun fact, if you know anybody who has bad acne, tanning will help. I don't know if the spray tan will help, but normal tanning, obviously tanning is not great for you. You get skin cancer if you do it too much, but if you know anybody who has really bad acne, tanning will help. Clears it up really well. Oh my god, dude. This is so cringe, man. This is at my grandma's house. Like, I don't know why I'm partying at my grandma's house. Well, I live there, so. But I don't know why I'm upstairs and not downstairs. I forgot who that guy was, though. You know, it would be really cool to find out who some of these people are. You probably don't want to know. They probably would rather think otherwise. So I don't remember who this is. But she wanted to hang out. I'm actually fascinated by how many photos I'm taking. I don't even recall having a camera at the time. Well, I know I didn't have a phone with the camera, but I'm trying to remember what camera I was using. It definitely was a digital camera, though. Because I know for a fact I didn't get them developed and then scan them or anything. This, God, I'm so cringe, man. Who is that? Yeah. Okay, so this is my buddy Will. This guy, there's a whole story with that guy. Which one? This one? This one? Remember, there's a delay, so... Yeah. Yeah. This girl right here, I think I know who that is. And I think I found her on Facebook. I didn't send her a Facebook request, but... I think your name's Rachel. But this guy right here, a lot of stories with this guy. So this guy, before I went to the juvenile home, I was getting homeschooled. And I was hanging out with this guy. And this guy was like 2 or 3, 4 years older than me. And we were just basically living it up, man. This guy lived in a lakefront house. His dad didn't give a shit what he did. He had a nice truck. And he had money, but women didn't want to hang out with him for that. Because, he, for whatever reason, this dude was a ladies' man. He just knew a lot of girls, man. But his problem was a lot of the guys he knew, they used him. So what they would do is they'd hang out with him, and he'd introduce him to girls, and then his friends would try to hang out with the girls, and without including him. And I don't know how he did it, but he didn't like those people because they would never wanted to just hang out with him with girls. They wanted to, hang out with him and then try to get the girls to hang out with their other friends. Well, he liked me because I didn't really give a shit about that. I just wanted to hang out with him. And so we have kind of a cool history together. Like, we did a lot of stuff, man. We used to drive around all night. It used to be so fun, man. But, yeah. Memories unlocked, man. I tell you, man, this stuff, I haven't talked about this stuff in probably 15 years. So this is me. My messy ass bed. And this is, so, yeah. This was actually in my grandma's basement. I know it's cringe, but it's the only place it's the only place we could go to party. And for the record, I'll be honest, man. At the time, I'm pretty certain. Like, I know I didn't sleep with none of these people, but at the time I was like, 21, 22. And these girls were like 16, 17, 18. This guy was older, but there's a story behind that. For whatever reason, he liked younger girls. It was just a weird thing. But, yeah. This girl particularly is older. She was, I think, older than me. So, I don't even, man, like, I couldn't even remember a lot of this stuff. This stuff's, my God. You know, this stuff was, I don't know. Alright, I'm going to game here. Let's play some games. Enough photos. Though, I don't even know who that is. I don't know yet. Trying to figure it out. This is my dad. Hold on, real quick. Are we almost done? Shit, we're not almost done. So we're on photo 152, and there's like 400 photos. Oh, that'd be cool. Okay, we'll have to wait till later. God, I was such a douchebag, dude. Very weird person. I don't know where all these people came from. Alright, enough photos. I didn't realize I was only on photo 150, and I forgot there's like 431 photos in this reel. Jesus, Dramedy, man. 395.94. All right. So, I'm sorry to bore you guys. That was just something I wanted to share with some people. Just some memory. And more photos. Holy shit. You know, I certainly don't remember hanging out with all these girls growing up, but I don't know. Weird. Okay, well, I'm laying naked in someone's bed. All right, enough of that stuff. All right. Let's figure something out. But no, I respect the way. Oh yeah, let me look at it. This external hard drive I have, and I mentioned this earlier before you came to this stream. It's the most disorganized hard drive ever. Like at the time, I think at the time I had a Sony Vaio laptop, and it was like I was using the whole backup. Not actually clicking and dragging everything over. It was doing its own backup type, kind of like a cloud type deal, like backing up everything from the PC onto the drive. And at the same time, I was also clicking and dragging stuff and saving it. And so it's literally like just a bunch of random ass folders. Like I don't know why, but I saved all my bookmarks from Google Chrome. I saved all my programs, like the application files, to download. I have no idea why I saved all my torrent files. Like, I have a lot of MP4s, like a lot of movies from 2006, 7, 8, from when I downloaded torrents. But I also saved the torrent files themselves, which I don't know why I did that. I mean, they don't take up no space, but that's exactly what it is. Yeah. And it's not... With my music, because I DJ, that's a little more organized. With this, at the time, I just was like, if I put it like this, I have probably about 10 terabytes worth of music. If I eliminated all duplicates, I probably have about 500 gigs of duplicates. I have a lot of music. Now that's a little more organized than what this stuff is. My music, see, I downloaded in bulk off a website. So, like, there's sites that you can buy music from. You can either pay a subscription or you can pay per song. I don't know if you're familiar with that concept, but you can pay per song. I don't know if you're familiar with DJing, but, like, you know, somebody would make a remix, and they'd make a dirty version, a clean version, a short version, a long version, a hype version, sometimes 2 of those, 3 of those, sometimes all of those, and they'd sell it. And they're not around as much anymore because of copyright, but at the time, from 2006, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, it was huge business. And I would download these, I would buy this music, but then I joined this. Do you know what a blog spot is? So like, I don't know. Here, let me show you real quick. So a blog spot was basically like, you know how people blog? It was Google's way of giving you a free website, essentially. Let me see if I can pull it up real quick. And so this guy had a website through the blog spot. So it's not actual website. I mean, it's a website, but it would be like something like this. And so what he would do is it'd be like, so he'd have, now this is just stuff. Let me see if I can, see, these aren't even, they're not even active anymore because these are so old. Like, look at the dates. But it was basically like a text-only blog spot. I mean, a text-only website. Like, there was ads, but it was through, it wasn't regular stuff. It was just text. And you could put a link. And basically, he would buy all this music, zip them up, put them in a WinRAR file or zip file, write down all the track list, copy and paste it, and then post a link. And the blog spot was private. So you had to send him $20 a month, and he'd send you an invite link to the blog spot. You could still see the blog spot without paying, but you couldn't see the download links. So it was kind of like faded text, where you could see like the text of the songs, the list of songs, but you wouldn't be able to see the link. Now someone could copy the link and give it to you, and that was an issue. But so basically, this guy had like 200, 300, 400 people paying him $20 a month. And so you can imagine how much money he made. But he would spend a lot of that money to buy more music. And he did that for years. I know I joined his blog from 2006, and I was still downloading stuff 2013, 14. Over time, and I don't think he did this necessarily on purpose, but there's these things called remix collections. So it's like a remix service. Remixes new songs, old songs, 80s songs. Well, he would post the remix collections like Ultimates or Backspins. And, you know, they made 6 volumes. So he'd post that, say, 2007. Well, in 2010, he'd post it again because he'd have new people in the blog. And so that became an issue. And people say, why don't you just go through all the music? When I tell you that one zip file was 400 tracks, and I was downloading, sometimes in a day, I was downloading 3-4 gigs worth of zip files. Nobody in their right mind, and I didn't have a job at the time, I don't think. But even if I did, I didn't have family, I didn't have kids. I still didn't find the time to have to listen to every song, you know? Even if I went to every song and clicked it and listened to like 10 seconds of it, it would take me forever to do that. My iTunes, this is when I was dumping all my songs in iTunes. It was getting to the point where I'd play a song and it would take like 15 seconds for it to play, because I had so much fucking music on my iTunes. And even though he grouped some of the music, like the remix collections, he'd say, this is for this remix collection, this is for this. Sometimes he'd just put the site. So like there was a site called DJ City. Well, he put the date, June 2nd, 2007. And it'd be all types of music. 80s, 90s, dubstep, trap. And so it always wasn't organized by genre. And so, you know, when you're downloading, 4 gigs a day, 5 gigs, 6 gigs, and it was almost too much music, if you can think of that. But like, yeah, see, you can't even click on like, yeah. Oh, okay. So you can. So see what I'm saying? So like he would have this, and then there'd be a link down here. But the link isn't there anymore. Oh, he separated them. He separated them into songs, so each song has its own link. But sometimes it would be like, see, this is basically what the site was like. And he had it so it was a hot link. I think that's what you call it. So when you click here, it would download automatically. Because what people were doing is they were joining this blog and they were just stealing his music. They would join his blog, steal his links, and start their own blog. Or like, you would pay $20 and I would give you $10, and you would go on there and get everything and then split it with me. or send me all the links too. So in this, so like this would be like not like if I hit, the link's probably gonna be broken or not work. Yeah, see. But usually when I click on this, it would automatically start downloading. I think I can still, yeah, you can still save it, but it made it a little more difficult. But yeah, so much music. All right, so I'm gonna stretch. It helps my anxiety when I do that, and then we'll play something. I want to play something. If you're cool with that, I usually well, you know how I am. I struggle with anxiety and depression, so my streams are a little weird. Sometimes I get a little fidgety and stuff like that, but I've been getting better at it. I started some medicine, so I'm trying to work on things. And for what it's worth, I like sharing this with people. Like I don't drink or party or do drugs or any of that, so it's like the way I am is just kind of like a lot of times it's my stress and my depression, my anxiety, and so it's kind of stuff I'm working through. But yeah. All right, so let's figure something out. So yeah, I'm gonna open up my library, play something. I really don't want to buy any more any games until I start playing stuff, though I could if I wanted to. With that being said, I would buy a game if I feel like it would be fun for the night. Like, So, we'll see. Like, I'm not against buying it, but I just feel like a lot of stuff I buy. So, like, I buy stuff and see, I work a lot. So, my problem is, like, I'm not rich or any of that, but I usually have more money than time. Now, I like that because it's nice to be able to take care of my bills and take care of everything and stuff. And so my work-life balance is all shit. But I read this quote the other day, and I know it's getting a little off topic, but it said, there's no such thing as work-life balance. Because it means you're not committed. And I thought about that, and I was like, you know what? That's true, because at my job, I work in a warehouse, but I don't do the normal stuff. I do, like, sanitation. I do inventory. So I do stuff that's, like, a little easier on the physical labor side. But I'm really invested into it. Like, I work with people who come to work and just kind of go through the motions and can't wait to leave. When I work, I give it all I got. And it's really paid off. I've been there for 7 years. And it's one of those deals where, like, when I'm not working, I think about work, because it's kind of my happy place. I'm not spending money. I like it. I like the people I work with, especially the management. They treat me good, and it's just like, I feel like I'm kind of, that's exactly what I work. I work 3 12-hour shifts, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, 5 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. And then I work almost every Monday. Well, I can sign up for any days, but I usually work Monday and Tuesday. Usually 1 week I'll work Monday, the next week I'll work Monday, Tuesday. Now, those are only 10-hour shifts, and those are still morning, and I do something different, but the 3 12s I work, the hardest part of my job is waking up in the morning. Oh, so you're similar to me. No, so when I work Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and mind you, I work in a warehouse, so usually when I'm tired, I'm not tired from working, I'm tired from not getting enough sleep the last 4 days. So I'll get off work and I'll be excited to do stuff. Like, mentally, I'll be drained. Physically, I'm drained. Emotionally, I'm drained. But there's a certain level of excitement that I get from not having to work the next day. And I found out that even though I'm excited to be off work, I would try to stream. But literally the only thing that's making me stream is like the excitement of streaming. I'm mentally drained. I'm emotionally drained. And what will happen is I'll get on stream, I'll be excited to be on stream, but when it comes to actually gaming and talking, I'll just be wore the fuck out. So with that being said, when I get home Tuesday, normally I don't stream, and I normally stay up late still because I can. And then I wake up at like 1 o'clock on Wednesday. Or 2 o'clock. Sometimes 11, sometimes noon. But I go back to work Friday. So you can see where this is going. Wake up about noon or 1 o'clock on Wednesday. Okay, I got Wednesday. Hang out, do whatever I want. You know, I don't have kids, I'm not married. None of that stuff. So I do whatever I want. But when I go to sleep Wednesday, like tonight, I got to be somewhat conscious to not wake up, to not stay asleep till 3 in the afternoon. Because that can't happen. Because I got to go to bed by 10. Because I got to wake up at 3:30. So that's kind of like the conundrum. Now, the good thing about working those weeks is I'm usually not blowing money on anything. I'm staying busy. My mind's busy. My paycheck is fat as fuck, so I love it. You know, I mean, everything about that is good. There is a small part of me that says I wish I had a little more free time, but then I think to myself, no, I don't, because if I did, then, you know, it's just nice having money for my bills and the things I need and extra money. And so, you know, it's just really nice to have that. I feel like almost accomplished, if you will. And then when I go back to work Friday, I work Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Sometimes we don't work overtime, but then I work Monday. And like this week, so I had Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday off. So, yeah. And the thing with me working the 312s is by the time I get home, by the time I shit, shower, and eat, like I really, and you know, and by the time I eat and watch some YouTube, you know, before I know it, it's like 8:30. And so I haven't figured out a way. I don't even know if there is a way to stream on those days. I would have to get home quick and do a quick shower and maybe eat something small, which is usually the only time I eat at night, so that would be kind of challenging. But before I know it, it's like, you know, when I game, I don't really game for like an hour. That's another thing too. Is like when I stream or game or anything, it's usually for like hours. Instead of doing multiple small sessions, I usually do one big ass session or two big ass sessions. And like sometimes too, there's times when I work. There have been times where my computer doesn't even turn on for 2 weeks. That doesn't happen that often. But when I worked second shift, that happened quite a bit. I was almost too tired to spend money. It was nice, man. I mean, I liked it. And so when I stream, it's like a special thing. That's kind of how it is. That's why one of the reasons why I like streaming is because it's the opposite of boredom. Literally the opposite of boring. Like, yeah. So, anyways. Oh, dang. That bike still... Hey. Is that after or before the wreck? I'm guessing that's before the wreck. That's a nice-ass bike, dude. Like that. Oh, I see. Okay. Damn. That's a sick ass bike, dude. What kind of bike is that? Like, what's the brand? I don't know. Oh, it's a Kawasaki? What year is it? That's all. I'm guessing it's an older one, right? 2007. See, I'm surprised. Like, so where I live in Gainesville, Florida, we have a lot of people who ride motorcycles very, very irresponsibly. We get these guys who like, I don't know how to say it, but they'll ride motorcycles and four-wheelers on the road, and they'll pop wheelies. It's really it's the craziest thing. They don't wear helmets. I don't know how. Yeah, I mean, I live in a college town. I live at University of Florida, so literally like right across the street. But like I hear them all the time, but even people we got a lot of guys who ride bikes, and they just like. I always wonder, they never have stuff like this on the end of their bike, and I wonder, how in the hell do you go to the grocery store, Now, granted, they probably have a car, too, but not everybody does. Some people only have a bike. Not everybody can afford 2 vehicles. So I always wonder, like I don't see this that often, where people have, like, a place to put stuff. Now, most people, granted, they wear a backpack. But do you I notice it's a 2-seater. Does someone ride with you? Like, do you have an SO, or do you have a friend, or Oh, I see. Okay, yeah, because they have nowhere to put their blades. Well, they could put their blades. Okay, I see what you're saying. So it lifts up and you can put stuff underneath it. Or is it just for looks? Like the seat right here. Yeah, that's what I was saying. That's why I was saying, like, I see it's 2 seats, so I was wondering if someone rode with you. But I guess it would be kind of awkward sitting here. Oh. And then I looked, and I see, like, I don't know how... Well, I guess their blades could be right here. Well, yeah, they got the... I mean, I guess it's made for a second passenger, to be honest, because of this, but... Bike looks dope, man. That's dope, man. I like that. Why are you selling it? All beat up from your crash, right? Selling a motorcycle, perfect condition. Never been in a wreck. I'm gonna see it on Craigslist. I'm just kidding. I believe you. I'm just fucking with you. Hey. Oh, I believe it. What? If you don't mind sharing, what happened exactly? You just wipe out, or someone hit you? You try to swerve, or... Because, well, you know that. Riding a motorcycle, man, I mean, I'm telling you what you already know, but... These things, they can be... Oh, I see. See, As someone who's from Michigan, I've lived on gravel road. Or, yeah, a dirt road. Yep, I know about those too. I see. So basically, when it slipped out, it swung to the right, and then you just kind of like, it fell on, or swung to the left, and then it fell on your leg. And then you probably got burned from the exhaust, right? Well, yeah. I mean, I could see that happening. No, no burns. Because I'm guessing this is hot. I mean, I'm assuming it's hot, this part. And your leg is right here. But maybe this part's not hot. Maybe the silver part's not hot. Maybe just the, I don't know the part you call it, but. So it was kind of like a, well, like, is this gonna sound like a silly question? Oh, okay. Yeah, that's what I was gonna ask. So it was kind of like a slow wreck, like a low speed wreck. Just kind of like having a 2,000 pound bike fall on your leg. How'd you end up getting it? Was someone there to help you get it off you? Like passerby or a family member? Oh. And since you were home, you probably just kind of hobbled back up to the door. Well, I appreciate you sharing that, brother. That, because I know people are gonna like maybe laugh at this, but getting in a wreck. I know this is not. I'm not trying to one up you or anything, but in 2009, I was texting on my phone while I was driving, and I was on the highway, and it wasn't it was a highway, but it was more of a highway, not the actual expressway, but it was like a highway in a rural area, like where you can go like 60, 65, but it wasn't actually highway, but there were no homes or anything like that. And I was driving and I was texting, and I was driving an S10, a really, well, was it an S10? Yeah. So if you know anything about the S10s from older days, they're really, really small and really light. And I was coming back from a DJ gig. I wasn't drunk. And I had these big ass speakers in my, see if I can, one second. Really want to show you this. So something similar to these. And these were in the back bed. And because the S10 was so light, I was texting, and I went on gravel, and I overcorrected. So I was on gravel on the side, and I overcorrected, and I guess once my back wheels hit the pavement, all I did was flip. And it's crazy to think about it now that I lived. I didn't fly out or anything, but what happened, I believe, is the speakers in the back shifted, and they caused my S10 to flip, and it flipped numerous times. And I mean, kind of disgusting, but you see my finger right there. I guess that's how it is. Yeah. So That's exactly what it felt like. And I don't know if the speakers had anything to do with it, but these are pretty heavy speakers. I want to say they're, I don't know how much they weigh, but 150 pounds, 200 pounds, and 88 pounds. And yeah, that was so I had surgery, and luckily the only thing that was busted, well, it was totaled, but the windshield was cracked, and I wasn't crushed or anything, but I'll never forget that I had glass in my, oh, just weird thinking about it. Had glass in my fingers, and I've never shared that with anybody. The only people I share that with is like when I tell people about how I got, that was how I got addicted to pain pills. I had surgery, and I had a surgeon give me some medicine, and he gave me another medicine, and then I ended up moving from Michigan to Florida, which out of every state is the worst state that I could possibly move to in 2010, especially at the time when I was taking that shit. And so it yeah, and so there was a period of my life from like 2010 to 2015 I won't share with you now, but I was a different person 2016, and I'm done with all that. But yeah, crazy to think about. But I'm glad you're all right, brother. I really am, man. Are you looking to sell your bike and get a new one, or are you trying to not even, like, you don't want to ride anymore? Or? Ooh, I see that. See? Whew. Oh. No, I get that, brother. I don't know if it's possible, and I'm not telling you what you should do, but maybe try to find something. Well, you probably already done it, but I would say maybe try to find something where you can work from home. But I don't want to give you, you probably already thought about something like that. But so how long ago did it happen? Oh yeah, no, yeah. I'll say this. Actually, I'll look something up for you, because I know a lot of people who work from home. Like people actually on my Facebook, people I'm actually friends with, and oh shit. So this happened is that when I met you? Oh no, okay, I met you 2 weeks ago. Okay. 14 days ago. Okay. Yeah. Sorry. I don't know why I thought last week. So wait, damn, I don't know why I thought I met you. For some reason I thought I met you after the wreck. I don't know why. Maybe because both times we've talked, mentioned the wreck or whatever. Damn. Didn't realize we met 2 weeks ago. It's crazy. Damn. Dude, so that's still like, man, I didn't realize it was so soon. I don't know why I thought that. All right. Well, brother, man. Maybe, I don't know. All right. So I'm going to stretch. And why my ex-girlfriend is texting me, I don't know. But I'm going to stretch. Let's do it. I appreciate you sharing that, brother. Especially for someone you just met, dude. That's pretty cool. You got my respect for whatever it's worth. Cool in my book, man. All right. See, the one thing too about like not streaming a lot, like a lot of times when I like switch scenes and switch different things, like I'm not as fluid as you would think, just because I haven't really streamed as much. I tell you, I streamed for 4 years, but I haven't played as much as you would think somebody's been streaming for 4 years. So sometimes I forget to like do certain things, like turn up the volume or switch scenes or something. So, but I'm gonna go use the restroom and we'll fire something up. So here is my library. I have a pretty good PC too, so any of this stuff can be installed pretty quickly. You know, like I mentioned earlier, I kind of lived the whole, you know, work hard, play hard sort of deal. That I don't have, but well, yeah. See, I bought all these games. All of these were literally only like $10. Like, I don't know if it tells you when you buy a game. Okay, March 8th. So March 8th, all these games were like $5. I don't even think it was more than $10. I'm actually guaranteeing it was more than 10 because I went and bought them. But it was so cheap, I bought them. And I found out from a Google Chrome article, out of all places. But yeah. Is there a way to show? Okay, here, let me use the restroom real quick. So lately, I'm not a hunter. I've never hunted growing up, but this is a game that I play a lot just because it's one of those games where you don't have to play all the time to get into it. But I wanna break the mold and play other stuff that I'm not really used to playing. Like before I use the restroom. So this I've played, like any of this stuff I'm open to playing. Like this game I bought when it came out, and I played it for like 3 hours. Would like to get back into it, but because I don't play that much, I feel like I would just kind of be playing catch up. Sometimes because I don't play a lot, I deal with the mental aspect of like when I open up a game, if I get into it, there might be a week or two where I don't play it again. So it's like that's kind of something I deal with. I know it sounds crazy, but with that being said, it makes every time I play like a fun time, if that makes sense. Like I said, all the times when I play or stream or whatever, it's literally the opposite of being bored. Like it's almost like too excited, you know, because I think to myself, I want to play this, this, and this, and it's like, okay, I don't have time for all that. But yeah, so here, let me use the restroom. I know you answered it. What are you PC? PC only, right? Okay. Well, hey, nonetheless, if you don't see anything you want to play, you know, I'll just play whatever, dude. I usually am pretty good about like, I'm trying to, like I said, break outside of my comfort zone and play different stuff. But like I played this, but then I went like 2 months without playing, and then it's like, I guess a part of me just, I don't know, I feel like if I jumped into it, I'd just get my ass kicked for 3 hours, and it just like doesn't seem like a fun time. Though it would be fun because I never play anyways, so it's like, you know. But with all that being said, I would like to think I'm competitive. I like challenging games. I really do. But yeah, so. And almost all these games, aside from maybe 10 or 12, a lot of these games were bought very cheap. Like, yeah. Like, other than, like, Spider-Man or, like... This is the biggest joke of a game there is, man. This game doesn't even play. This game literally closes out on me all the time. It even people who are on console can't even play this game. I don't get it. Some people can play it, but a lot of people can't. It just freezes up. I've tried every graphic settings, everything. I've wanted to get into it, but I just can't. It literally makes my computer, brings it down to its knees. This is a game I played a little bit when it came out, and then I stopped, and then I recently got back into it. But then I realized that this is a game that you need to put in hours and hours to play, you know. Or if you're not putting in hours and hours, you have to play it consecutive. You know, you have to play it on a somewhat daily basis, or you're never going to get anywhere. And even if you knew, even if I knew, like with me, I like competitive games. I do, and I like to think I'm not a slouch or a goon or anything. Like, I know how to play. But like, even if I had the best build, knew what to do, I don't even think I could even beat the game. Like, if I knew where to go, what to do, how to fight, I don't think I have the skill set to beat the game. Now, the times I played it, I loved it. So I've got my money's worth. It says 60 hours. About half that's actually playing the game. The rest is probably the game open and me just fucking around in settings or something like that. Talking like I am now. This is a game that I recently got into. Never played no Grand Theft Auto game other than like Grand Theft Auto 1 on PlayStation. I played probably some other ones, but never really dived deep into it. Well, he's gonna worship it. He's gonna worship it even more in about 2 months, or 1 month, actually. Well, less than that. Releasing some DLC. You would have to be I tell you would have to be hiding under a rock to not be aware that that game's releasing DLC. Anyways, let me use the restroom. See, I played this game, and I don't even know how far I'm into it. Maybe like 10%. But I'm the type of person that even if I have one person hanging out with me, it changes the aspect of playing a game, you know? I'm taking a piss. I ain't taking a shit. No, if I was taking a shit, I'd be like, see, if I was taking a shit, this is the screen that would be on, and I'd be lying because because I wouldn't be right back. But yeah, this is a game I want to play. It's a RTS game, turn-based. Kind of cool concept. But yeah, look, real quick too. So these Batman games, I got all these for like $10. So you see that, oh, he's a huge Batman fan. No, I bought it because it's cheap. And a lot of these games, like shit like this, is free from Prime. Free from Prime. Like, see, I don't play this shit, but I got it free from Prime. Played this for a little bit. Never got into this because this game right here, I've always liked this type of games, like Roller Coaster Tycoon, stuff where you build stuff. But I realized with the job I have, I can dive into it and play, but there's a part of me that's like, okay, I probably won't be able to play this for like 2 weeks. Is it better than the Roller Coaster Tycoon games? Or is it the same thing, basically? Because I see that game all the time. I see people talking about it on X all the time. And Instagram. And I see ads on it all the time. Well, that part I do know. I remember Roller Coaster Tycoon, man. You could do so much stuff. You could, like, It was almost too much stuff. Like, you could set the prices of the popcorn. you could create like Havoc. That's crazy, dude. I might have to look into that. See, shit like this, like, yeah. I'm definitely not the type to play something that's the fad. Oh. Alright, so let me use the restroom and we'll do this. This is the biggest disappointment of a game that ever came out. So there's some regulars in my stream, and they bought this game, and I bought this game. And I don't know if you've ever heard of it, but it's essentially like Call of Duty in space. Without all the gimmick, but it's an FPS game in space. Cool concept. Zero gravity. It's had a lot of patches, but it just wasn't exactly what people thought it would be. But it might be good now. I haven't played it in like 3 months, 4 months, 5 months. These two games right here are kind of like UT. What's UT? Oh, shit. Dude, hey, speaking of that, remember the old school arcade games with the stand-up arcade? Remember those? You go into an arcade, there'd be 4 of them. I think that was Unreal Tournament, right? I can't remember if you... It was almost like a... Wasn't it... Wasn't Unreal Tournament Gears of War before Gears of War? Am I remembering that correctly? Like circa 94, 95? When there would be like 4 arcade stand-up consoles and they would all be next to each other, and like you could play, I could play, and we'd play against 2 NPCs. No, my bad. I say like Gears of War. I don't mean it like that. I meant in terms of the style of graphics. I'm pretty sure it was very similar to like that type of... Maybe I'm wrong here. Oh my god, dude. Hey, Area 51. Dude, oh my god, dude. Maybe it wasn't. Area 51. That was... See? Oh no, that's not it. Okay, I'm smoking because it's not right. Yep, you're right. I was wrong. I don't know how I thought that. Area 51. Let me tell you something about Area 51. That is the arcade game where you go into a random ass laundromat and they have an arcade game, and it's probably going to be Area 51 and Turtles. Or hey, dude, your mom used to game with you? Hey, remember that game? Dude, I'm a huge arcade guy. And actually, I was crazy enough, like 2 weeks ago, I joined a subreddit to try to find a way to play arcade games on PC. And it's a very difficult thing. But I'm a huge arcade guy, especially older arcade games. There's a lot of old arcade games that I would love to play. But remember the old racing game where you would drive and you had a gun. So you had steering wheel and a gun. And I think it was one player, but I think obviously two people could play. I can't think of the name of it. It was almost like a 32-bit deal. The graphics were terrible. And I can't remember if you were... I think you were racing, too. But it's like, had the steering wheel, had the gun. Dude, that's crazy. Dude, I'm going to shut up and go to the bathroom because I could talk all day about about arcade games. I swear to God. But the king of arcade games. Hands down. This is the king of arcade games. I don't care what anybody says. This shit right here. I used to go to this arcade place and spend $5. They used to have these play $5, play all you want. Everything's on free play, except ticket games. And they never had this game. And I would have, if they had this game, I would have went there and played this game all night. I love this game. It only had a few wrestlers, didn't have that many wrestlers, but man, I loved it. Anyways, all right. Nostalgia unlocked. All right, I'm gonna use the restroom. Hopefully I get the cat over here. Let's meet the cat. Meet the cat. That's awesome, brother. Dude, your mom. Dude, your mom's a gamer? Dude, that's so cool, man. What can I ask you a personal question? How, Air, real quick, and we'll jump into something. I just want to know, like, do you have anything that you don't ever want to share on the internet, or you don't feel comfortable sharing, like, with me? Because if I say that because I don't want to ask anything, and obviously there's not a lot of viewers here, so you ain't gotta worry about that. But I just want to make sure that there's anything you don't like talking about. Because me, I'm all gloves are off, man. You can say whatever, and you will not offend me, no matter what you say. But I want to make sure, because I was gonna ask you a question about that. All right, cool. I say that because, what was I gonna say? I'm assuming you had a close relationship with your mom. Because I'll admit, when I DJ'd and when I met tons of people, I don't think I've ever met a parent. Me too, man. But I don't think I've ever met a parent who's really into games, dude. And that's just really badass, dude. Like, my stepmom. So, we'll get to something real quick. So, growing up, I lived with my mom up till age 9 and went to go live with my dad because I was a bad person. I was hitting my mom. I was just a piece of shit. I had ADHD and Knights of the Old Republic. Awesome. And so I went to go live with my dad, and my dad was the type of guy, he was strict, but he also let us do a bunch of weird shit. So, like, he would do, like, he was the type of person, hey, if they're playing violent games, it's better than being out on the street, sort of thing. My stepmom, not so much. And she was, you know, this was the time, this was like 90, 95, 96, 97. So around the time Grand Theft Auto started coming out and stuff and those type of games. And she was against that. And, but my dad was really cool with it. And like, he would let us do things that, you know, that maybe my stepmom wouldn't do. But point is like, he never was a gamer, but he did allow me to, you know, basically play the games I wanted to play. And just thinking about that, man, it was just like, you know, I don't really have the best, you know, I've been working on getting a better relationship with my parents, man. And just listening to you mention your mom gaming with you, it really reminded me about how I'm in the process now of just having a better relationship with my mom and my dad. Because getting hooked on like pills and partying, and at the time I was DJing, so I was drinking, and I even got into meth, and it was just like, I was a wreck, man. From 2000, the roller coaster is the best way to describe my life from 2010 to 2015. It had the ups, the downs, the twirls, the everything, and I'm done with that. And now I just love my peace. I love it. I love doing what I'm doing now. I love it. It's more fun to me than going on a vacation. It's more fun than doing any of that. I love this. And one of the things I'm trying to do is like I mentioned earlier, how I like to keep in touch with my family, but I don't really like to go see them. And it's not because I don't want to see them. It's because I just like to be in the comfort of my own home. And I don't know, just reading how, you know, you sharing experiences with your mom, it made me start to think about how I'm trying to make things right with my family. So I just wanted to share that. That's pretty cool, man. That's awesome. I don't think I've ever, like I said, I don't think I've ever met a parent who's like that. But I do know older people who game, so obviously I know people who are parents who game. But I don't think I've ever met a friend or somebody I met either through streaming or a friend who had a family member like a mom or a dad play games. Dad maybe, but not mom. Dad I have. Dad, I know some guys that I grew up with in high school their dad was really into some of the games in 95, 96, 97, 98, but yeah. Mom, I don't think I've ever. Yeah. All right. Let's see what we got. All right, so if you. I know it's going to sound boring, but if there's anything you don't want to play, if you don't want to play, I'd be willing to play something that looks interesting to you. Because, like, you know. But if you really want to play, I'm sure we could play something. But. To me, because I don't play that much, any game to me is fun, to be honest. Like, I had no intentions of playing this game, but I guarantee if I play it, it'd be fun for me. This game, I kind of like this game. But I want to wait for this DLC to come out, because this DLC is going to be pretty cool. They're adding titers to the game and stuff. So what do you normally play? Like, what games besides Mech 5 do you normally play? Like, throw some games out there. Just so I have an idea. So it's like if there's something that I see. So, like, what would that be? Like, I know it's gonna sound silly, but so kind of like Civilization, stuff like that. Games that require like deep strategy sort of deal. I'm trying to think what RTS like. See, I don't think I've heard of those games, but I've probably seen them. But is it the same concept as like a Civilization? Oh, I'm with you on that one. Like when it's an RTS game, are you playing when you play RTS games? Those are normally PvE, right? I can't believe I've never heard of those games. Supreme Commander sounds familiar, but I'm with you on the FPS games, man. Like, I basically have them because other people play them. Yeah, same here. Same here. I mean, I like PvP, but it seems like all the popular PvP games that have lobbies that people play are just... It's just not... I don't know. No. Yeah, no, I know what you're saying. No, I know exactly what you're saying. Like, some of these games I haven't even ever opened. Like, this game, I played a little bit and I liked it, but it's not the most to watch. It's not exciting to watch somebody play it. I don't know how exciting it is to watch someone play GTA. One player. I know it's exciting for the role-playing deal. I see those all the time on stream. I get so indecisive when I want to play something. Let's see. Didn't realize how late it was. To see, you know, this is, like I mentioned, this is my social time. So, like, I just kind of, you know, that's why we talk for so long, because I don't really talk to anybody outside of gaming. Outside of work. And when I'm at work, I talk to people about work. I don't want to be like that, but that's just kind of how I am. You know what? I'm gonna. See, this game. I don't even know, man. I don't even know what I want to play. I get so, like, indecisive. I don't know. I get like so indecisive, and then I think to myself, well, do I want to play anything? I do. Like, I like gaming. I just get like so, I don't know how to explain it. What the hell? Why is it running? I don't know. Maybe I'll just end this. I just get really like overwhelmed sometimes. Like part of me is glad that I talk, but I just get like, I think to myself, well, it's 10:30. If I game, it's gonna be like 12:30. I still gotta eat and stuff, and I don't mean to get like that. That's how I get. Like, I just get so indecisive. Cause I wanted to play earlier, but I'm glad we talked, man. Like, that was, like, I really enjoyed that. Like, I enjoyed it more than you probably think. I just get so, I don't know. That's how I get, though. I get overwhelmed with stuff, and like, part of me just now I kind of want to eat and relax, because I don't want to go to bed too late. I mean, even if I eat now, you know, I don't mean to bore anybody, but even if I eat now and shower, and you know, I still ain't gonna make it to bed till 2:30 in the morning anyways. I don't know. I think I'm probably just gonna end the stream, because I wanna eat, and I wanna, you know, try to get to bed before 3, 4 in the morning. It's like one of the downsides from like not playing that much, not streaming that much. But I love doing it because I get to talk to people. As weird as it sounds, I really do love gaming though a lot. There's a part of me that wishes I had more free time, but then there's a part of me that wishes I didn't have more free time. Well, I'm probably talking to myself anyway, so I'm probably just gonna, I might be on tomorrow, I don't know, but if not, I'll definitely be on next Wednesday, maybe next Tuesday. Oh, you're good, brother. Dude, you're good, homie. I'm gonna try to next week when I stream. What I'm gonna do is next week when I stream, I'm waking up early and I'm gonna actually do a stream. I'm gonna force myself to do that, because normally I don't do that. I say I'll do that, but I don't. And then I start streaming at night, and it gets late, and I don't want to play because I don't want to go to bed too late. I know it may not seem like it, but I do love gaming more than anybody. I really do. I just get little, I don't know. Oh, I know what I gotta do. Forgot I had a hard drive still plugged in. The hell? Anyways, y'all, I'll call it a night, man, because I wanna eat and stuff. But I'm literally starting next week. I'm gonna make a point to stream 2 times a day on my days off, because that's what I want to do. And I'm gonna stream earlier. So, all right, I love you guys, man. Thank you guys so much for hanging out, man. I appreciate it. I'll keep you guys posted. Hope your leg gets better, Razzie, and thanks for hanging out, man. And like I said, we'll get things rocking. Like I said, I know I'm working a lot, but I'm doing that so I can do things for the community, and that's just kind of how I operate. So, but yeah, I'll keep you guys posted, and maybe stream tomorrow. If not, I'll see you guys in the Discord. Appreciate it, y'all. Have a good one. Peace.